7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
This video is a proud presentation of MJ Broadcasting. Thank you for your support and enjoy the game. Sports and Wellness Center at the Family Dental Arena for the Pee Wee AA Toros, playing back their second back-to-back games after a 4-0 win in Belleville over Peterborough. Now the focus turns to the Belleville Bulls. Down low and behind the net for John. He's a call up here tonight from the Pee Wee A's. Barta turns around, first shot on net, rebound for John, and he gets the first big opportunity out in front of the net. Can't cash in on the rebound. Through center ice from Boda. Over there for the event with the lead pass. Right, tape to tape for John. Trying to get in there. That'll roll right into Stasco. So he'll freeze it up. Trying to call the pitch this jaw on the offensive end. This is Traxy. Tried to get to the loose puck. Ford kept it in there. As I already saw, Stasco is in goal for Belleville. At the other end, Alex Chismedia gets his turn and his goal for the Toros. Back in behind the net. This is trying to bank it in there from the side, hit the side of the net. These two teams will play for the final time in the regular season on Wednesday when Belleville will make the trip to the Rickett Arena on Wednesday night. Forward. Tail Ryan to Jackman, who flips it in. That goes out to the defenseman in wide of the net. Dig it out of the boards is Connor Cole. He can't put it deeper into the Belleville end. Played almost 2 minutes here. Belleville picks it up in their own end. Lead past the other side. They try to get out wide at center. Lead pass over the stick there. Taylor up there for Sabrizi. And over the line. He's got Longo to beat. Takes it to the net. Sabrizi. From behind the goal he starts it. Gonna try and find a man. Moves it back to the line for Davidson. James Davidson got pressured on. Put it down low there for Taylor, who tries to find Chapman down low. Anderson skips it up, trying to get it out of the zone. Getting some help there from McGinnis on the other side. Kept in there by Davidson from the blue line. First a bit of fury by the Toros. They had that great opportunity to start with John out in front of the net. It was a nice key save there from Stasco to start things off. Nice play there by Sabrizi to put it behind the net. Wrap around. They almost caught Stasco off the post, but he was able to keep it out. Jordan nearly can't keep it in at the line. Nearly lost control of the puck. Here's Wido with it. Wido, shot. Nice stick save. There's the first save by Chismedia. And it was, first one's the toughest one for him right there. He's able to get a stick on it from Wido's shot around the boards. Kept in there. John trying to clear it out. That'll be Wido. Moving it to the other side. Lead passer. Number 10. Coming in over the line outside. That'll be a draw right here in front of us between Daisley and Aiden Howard. Won by Howard. Durant over there for Fraser. He got pressured on by 2 men, including Daisley. Trying to get around Whitney now with Aiden Howard with a strong backhand. That goes to Sherman trying to knock his man out the puck from behind the goal. Trying to walk it out of front for an opportunity. They almost had a Stasco off on the other side again. There's a quick shot. It's in the pad area of Stasco, who's come up with some key saves so far. Stop off to the right of the goal. Trying to go back to the line. Boda Uses the blue line for Durant, trying to get a shot through screen and hit a Belleville player right in front. They get the opportunity to clear it up through center. Fraser and Durant trying to get to it before Daisley does. Daisley slammed into the boards. Rivers is digging away at it, trying to keep it in there for Belleville. Along with Whitney on the other side. To the other side over there for number 10 over his stick. Trying to catch up to it in his own end with a lead pass. Sherman. Pressure on there by John. Puts it back in behind the net. Opportunity to try and keep it in there is Nolan Fraser. Chip past Tim with a nice play to lead the breakout. Led in by Whitney and over the line. Whitney trying to pull it to his forehand. He's got to get around Jackson, and he does. Right pad stop there from Tismedia. Kicked it out there for Barton and finds Connor Cole. He's got, again, it's the beat. Connor Cole's in, but lost control of the puck. He's got Jackson out of front, missed him. By Cameron Ryan, thrown to the net. Trying to bat it in, and they score! Logan Jackson puts the Toros on the board, swiping it in to make it 1-0. There was a wide open net at the front of the goal, and Logan Jackson was able to get enough of his shot on that to beat Stasko, who was out of position, couldn't regroup himself to make that save. Cameron Ryan up through center, trying to get up through center ice. Connor Cole and Cameron Ryan trying to get to the loose puck. Flip it past Taxi into the corner. Belleville with the opportunity to try and clear. That's number 7 who flipped it behind the net. Trying to move it over there again. They can't get it out of their own end. Toros with pressure more. Jackman shot gets kicked aside by Stasko. Played almost 5 minutes here of the first period. Toros up by 1. Lead pass up through center. Coming in over the line comes Clark. He's going to get held up by Ford, who scored his first for the year and the 4-0 win over Peterborough. Toros again are playing without Nicholas Pro, who blocked the shot in yesterday's game. Ford up through center for Cameron Ryan. Ryan will flip it down the ice and into the corner. Lucas Chapman on the loose puck in behind the goal. Trying to spin away from the checker down low and behind the net. Finally lost control of the puck, and out comes Belleville up the other way with Chapman or Anderson for wide out. Tismedia is going to be able to catch that one before Wido was able to walk in alone. We'll get a face-off now out to the left of Alex Tismedia. One there by Belleville, trying to catch up to it. There's Wido and Longo. Longo tried to put it down low for Wido. Still battling away at it. Here comes Sabrizi with it. Sabrizi from center, trying to get around Wido, who came back nicely on defense. And back checked it into the corner. Perkin behind the net. There's a battle on that loose puck in behind the goal. Toros are the ones that come up with it, but Belleville steal it away and flip it aside at center. Sabrizi's got his hustle. Wido's catching up to him, going into the corner. They've got Longo sitting out in front waiting for a pass. The first time these two teams played, it was a back and forth affair that the Toros wound up hanging on to by a fingernail, 6-5. Up through center with a lead pass. Anderson clears it aside. Davidson from his own end, he's started. Trying to start it up through center. Sabrizi with a lead pass. Trying to catch up to it, now it's done. And couldn't get to it as he ran into the defender Lloyd. Clears it out. Nice play to fire that puck past Rivers down the ice. John putting pressure on his man in the right corner. Here comes Whitney. Whitney's got 2 people to beat. He's got Fraser to beat with some nice moves. Finally lost control of the puck. And Papa Karras can't keep it in from the line. My apologies on that name. Backhand up through center for Whitney. Or Daisley, sorry. Trying to catch up the loose pass. We're getting our first penalty. Going to Belleville. Late pass for Berta. He's got a man to beat with some speed. JJ Berta tripped up, still walks in. Can't complete it at the front of the net. He might have tripped over. Stasko going to the goal. We're going to get the penalty call coming up for hooking. Power play line comes out. Cameron Ryan, Connor Cole and Jackman forward, and Kale Ryan on defense. Kale Ryan moving it to the other side for Jackman, who'll catch up to it. Only goal scorer so far. Puts the brakes on. Back to the left for Kale Ryan. Moving it over there for forward. Trying to get his shot through. There's a left pad save there from Stasko. Goes back behind the net. Trying to fire it around the boards. Kept in by Kale Ryan from the line. Trying to rock it out in front of Cameron Ryan. That got picked off with ease. Kept in by Kale Ryan as Belleville can't clear the zone. Shot to the net. And that would have been the perfect opportunity for Connor Cole. Just couldn't convert. And Gates Ford couldn't hold it in. So out of his shot to clear it out. Ford back in his own end. He's fine. Ford from his own zone. Starting it up. Lead pass for Connor Cole trying to get around. Number 10 couldn't throw it out in front. Around the boards up for Clark to try and clear it. Nice play by Kale Ryan, but the puck comes out anyway. Ford trying to catch up to it as they sent a player off the bench. The pass up to center for Taylor. He's got pressured on there by Rotella. Trying to get it out of the zone. Sabrizi with it. Cuts to the center. Looks for the shot. That misses. But it took a Karam. Toros couldn't capitalize. 30 seconds left. And we're also in the last minute of play now of the first period. Rotella fans on the first shot. Rotella gets another opportunity. Can't backhand it out. Backhanded in behind the net for Neely and behind the goal. Belleville trying to get it out again. Davidson held it in. 10 seconds left on the first penalty. Sabrizi over there for Davidson. Looking to get a shot through the screen. Way off the mark. And Belleville gets the opportunity to clear. Gets for Anderson. Looking for a short-handed opportunity from center. Not short-handed anymore. Daisley's back on the ice. And it's offside. He's up here with center, so 20 seconds left. Neely from his own end. Uses the glass this time. Fires it past McGinnis down the ice and into the corner. Belleville fired around the boards. Nice play there by Chapman to cut it off. But nobody was there right in front to take the pass, and that should have been it for period number 1 as Belleville lead it out of the zone with that late pass for Whitney. That was in his skate. Toros go to the second period up 1-0 on an early goal by Logan Jackman. We'll kick off period number 2, starting with the line of Barter, John, and Aiden Howard out there. And the Belleville Bulls will counter with Whitney, Daisley, and the other side, John comes in, offside. Face off right here in front of us. Whitney trying to get up to the loose puck. Whitney couldn't go anywhere with it. They're trying to tip it past Daisley over here in front of us. There's Nolan Fraser with the loose puck, where they're trying to catch up to it. Rivers takes his man into the board. Nolan Fraser from his own zone. Wood started out. Going for that late pass. He gets past everybody. Judd's catching up to it. But so is Whitney. Nice play there by Chapman. Couldn't go with the puck though. And over the line comes Rivers looking for the first shot of the second period for Belleville. It goes in wide of the net. Trying to pick up that loose puck from the corner. Late pass, late touch the tape of Lucas Chapman. Judd just outside, and he does. Chapman cuts in. Shot! That goes wide of the net. John will pick it up in the corner. Philip John taken into the boards and behind the goal there by McGinnis. Still loose as it is Connor Cole bringing it free. Sherman fires it around. Kept in there by Ethan Dervent. Dervent's shot is going wide. Cameron Ryan going to try and get it. Whitney gets it up, or Daisley gets the opportunity to backhand. Right onto the tip of Connor Cole. Kept in by Fraser with a shot. Can't get it through. Now Longo fans only clearing opportunity, but picks it back up again. Dervent with a nice move from center. Makes his move around Longo as well. Now takes a shot. That goes Back caught, Stats go off the blocker hand. Tapped in by Kale Ryan from the blue line. Down low for Cameron Ryan. Setting it up in front, nobody there as Jackson couldn't take the pass. Anderson along with Longo up through center. Anderson started on by Jackman, who takes him down there. Trying to clear it out past Sherman from the line. They do. Picked up by Wido. Wido pressured on by Cameron Ryan, so he moves it to the other side for Lloyd. Sherman couldn't take that pass at center. Here comes Kale Ryan. It was tape to tape it over the stick of Connor Cole. He'll catch up to it in the corner first before Lloyd. Lloyd looking to keep Connor Cole there in the corners. Took him down on a hook, but no penalty call around there for Longo. Longo can't clear it out. Nice play by Jackman to hold it in. Shot. That gets blocked in front. Nice block by Sherman. Kept in there from the line, trying to. Sabrizzi couldn't do it. Here comes Wido. Wido is not going to catch up to the speed of Sabrizzi. Sherman with a backhand. That was clogged up in the neutral zone. 3-on-1. 3-on-2 now. They've got Chapman going to the goal. Shot. That goes wide. Coming around the boards here for James Davidson. Davidson for Chapman. Lucas Chapman. Shot from the slot area. High and wide. Around the boards. Kept in by Colton Neely with a slapper. Kept out of front. It's going to roll in wide. Didn't even make the net to Stasco. Lucas Chapman spinning away. Drops it back there for Davidson. Back down low for Chapman again. Trying to find it in the speed area. Wido. Can't clear it out. Colton Neely kept it in. Knocked it down. Threw it to the net. And it was over everybody. Trent Taylor trying to use his size down low. Taylor. Back to the line for Davidson. Moving it around well over there for Colton Neely. Neely. Pressured on there by Clark, so he had to try and fire it deeper into the right corner. Taylor trying to catch up to it against Clark. And there it is. Taylor will flip it in behind the net. There's Lloyd on the loose puck behind the goal here for Belleville. Lloyd starting it from his own end. Tape-to-tape pass there for Clark on the other side, but rolled over his stick. Toros trying to keep it in there. There's Nolan Fraser. He bumped Clark off the puck. 1-0 here. Here in the second period, Toros up by 1 on the goal in the first period by Jackman. Setting up in front, looking for the shot. That goes wide. Really great opportunity from the slot area. Just missed off the mark. John trying to clear it out. McGinnis knocked it down, but then he gets knocked down there by Barda. Put back in behind the net. Nolan Fraser controlling his man in behind the goal. Scooped up there by Aiden Howard trying to chip it free. Kept in by Lane from the line. Lane's shot doesn't make it through a lane to the net. Toad trying to get it out there with John. John with a hit there in the corner, and that'll be the first Toad penalty coming up here to Caleb John. Face-off is going to be coming off to the left of Chismedia and the Toad's goal. Wider, they take it in the offensive end there for Belleville. Paisley flips it behind the net. Toad trying to find that loose puck. Around the boards it goes. Sherman with a nice play to hold it in from the line as he pinched and got it for Whitney. Whitney back to the line again for Sherman, who takes his time, moves it over there to the other side. Right in front of the goal over the stick of Whitney, and the opportunity to get to clear it out. Aiden Howard on the loose puck at center. Short-handed along with Barda. Aiden Howard's in. We'll flip it in wide, but it's going to be a penalty coming up here to Belleville. That'll even things up. We'll play some for hockey for 125, and then the Toros will get an abbreviated 35-second power play. Lloyd from his own end, trying to put it over to the other side there for Whitney. Whitney was pressured on by Jackson, knocked down by Kale Ryan at center. Kale Ryan trying to chip it in the zone. Ryan taking his time from his own end with a lead pass. Broken up there nicely by Lloyd. Trying to find a lane to dump it in. Gage George sticking right to Whitney, trying to keep him there. Lloyd, down low. Connor Cole will scoop it up. Cole starting up with Jackman. Jackman picks that one off. Comes in over the line. Got chipped up there by Whitney. Couldn't do anything with the puck. Now McGinnis from his own end. Out of the reach of Daisley. Knocked down by Kale Ryan. Uses the boards for Connor Cole. In over the line with a nice move to get around McGinnis. Goes into the corner where Lloyd follows him. Nice play by Jackman. Holds it in there, but now he's getting held there by Lloyd. Whitney with the loose puck. Taylor comes off the bench for the Toros as Jackman goes off on the change. Nice move there by Daisley. Comes in over the line. Daisley didn't like the first way around. Puts the brakes on. Shot gets blocked out in front by Gage Ford. Ford will take it from his own end. Trying to start this up through center. Gage Ford gets around Longo. Trying to get around lane as well. Ford walking in and scores! What a beauty end-to-end rush for Gage Ford. And you can tell he likes scoring the goals now after the first one versus Peterborough. He scores his second of the year, and it's a beauty as he stuffed it past Statsco to make it 2-0. And that will go down as a power play goal because the Belleville player was out of the box. So that goes down as a power play goal for Ford. Beauty goal, end-to-end rush. Was able to stuff it past the right pad of Spasco. That goes down the ice. No icing on the call. Davidson picks it up in his own end. Davidson firing it to the other side for Sabrizi. Sabrizi getting up there. Trying to take the shot, he'll drop it to Taylor. It goes into the corner. Chapman uses Davidson at the line. Davidson, shot tip, high and wide over the net by Sabrizi. Now they'll take it back in their own end. That's taking off his feet. Nice play, 2-on-1 starting here. Along with Wido and Anderson. Wido is in over the line. Gonna take the shot, instead take it to the goal. Nice stop there by Chismedia and close. Taking away the shot from Wido, but he picks it up again. Wido trying to start something on this shift. Tries the wraparound this time, and once again, Alex Chismedia has the number, coming from left to right to make the save. Didn't make that face-off. We'll have another one. Well, he didn't drop fairly. Now Rotello will come into the face-off dot here for Belleville. Kicked out. Here comes Clark to take it. Looks like we're ready to have the face-off man here for Belleville. In the offensive end, goes behind the goal there for Devet, firing it around there for Nolan Fraser. Fraser, Clark off the puck, trying to find that loose puck through center. Nice play there by Rotella to hold it in, but now it comes up through center. With JJ Barta, 2 men to beat, he kicks it into the corner first. Barta puts the brakes on now, sets up Devet out of his reach, but Aiden Howard will scoop it up. Back to the line for Devet, shot through screen. Blocker save there from Statsco. Rebound for Judd. Or Barta, sorry. And he scores. JJ Barta cleans up the garbage out in front to make it 3-0. I believe that was Barter's goal, who kicked it in front. Backhand shot to the net. Stop there by Chismedia, and he'll freeze it. Stop here at center. Trying to get to that loose puck, moves it back to the line. Nice play there by Jackson and chipping out. There's Rivers on the loose top. Lead pass getting up there for Whitney. In over the line for Daisley. Trying to take the shot to the net. Stop there by Chismedia. Throws up. 3-0. A goal by Jackman. Gage Ford. And then JJ Barta just scored to make it 3-0. Up through center. It's pass there for Jackman was broken up. Here comes Whitney. Taking up his feet there. Jackman trying to get it for Lane. Whitney in over the line, trying to take the shot. He'll move it over into the corner instead there for Rivers. Daisley trying to get to the loose puck. Turned over. Here comes the opportunity to shoot it for Whitney. He'll go into the corner. Almost taking off the speed in behind the net. Shot to the goal, wide in the goal. Cameron Ryan trying to catch up to it, kept in by Sherman. Sherman's going to get bothered there by Gates Ford behind the net. Ford's going to find Kale Ryan with a lead pass over everybody. Knocked down by Belleville, who dumped it in. Fired back in, under 5 minutes left to go here in the second period. Toros hanging on to a 3-0 lead. 1 goal in the first, 2 goals here in the second. Kale Ryan scoots it up from center. Dumping it in, back in behind the net. Here comes the opportunity to start it out as the Toros are off on a change. Get it up there for Wido. Rotella's coming in as well with a pass. It's too hard over the stick to the other side. Toros started out of their own end. Colton nearly trying to go that end rush. Lost control of the puck. Toros are offside with Chapman. It goes back in behind the net. Chapman again will scoop it up. Lucas Chapman from behind the goal will start it. Chapman drops it there for Davidson. Looking to walk it out of front. Davidson with the loose puck. Spinning away from the checker. Up there playing forward. Back to the line. Nearly puts it down low. Taylor digging away at it with Sabrizi in behind the Belleville net. Now comes Facer Wido. Clark lost his footing. Shot goes wide of the net. Chapman will scoop it up. Lucas Chapman with the loose puck. Drops it. Gets it there for Davidson. With a backhand pass, that doesn't make it through. Davidson again knocks it down. Taylor taken off his feet by Rotella. Still catching up to it now is Chapman. Can't get it through. Sabrizi can't get it through. Nearly can't get it through either on that shot. 3 minutes remain here in the second. Rotella's going to win that race against Davidson, but Davidson's going to try and pin him in behind the net. Around the boards it goes. Opportunity for Sabrizi to try and clear, but nice play by Traxy over on the other side. Keeping it in there for Belleville. Puts it behind the net. Whitney trying to keep it in. Nice play by McGinnis, but the Toros clear it out. Almost collision there from Taylor and Longo. Lead pass for Chapman. Chapman's trying to take advantage of the boards, and we get a whistle. Face off won by Belleville, just inside the Toros back. And Lane almost lost control of the puck, coming out of his own end. Whitney with a lead pass over Traxy. Knocked down there by Dervent in his own end. Dervent trying to get rid of it. Whitney will keep it in there for Belleville. We're getting a penalty coming up. And it's going to go to the Toros as Aiden Howard touched it up behind the net. Face off won by Belleville. To start this power play off. Trying to keep it in there with Aiden Howard on the other side. Traxy trying to control Whitney. Now Traxy comes up with it. Traxy back to the line for McGinnis. Again, return to Traxy. Traxy will fire it down low. They try and stuff it in from the side. Takes it behind the net. There's Lane with it now. Lane, shot to the net. Knocked down by the Toros. They can't find the loose puck though. It's in behind the goal. And he did that puck through from behind the net. Can't clear it out. Nice play by McGinnis. Held it in. Over there for Lane. Lane a shot. That'll get scooped up there by Chismedia and frozen up. Easily takes that draw here for Belleville versus Connor Cole. Trying to find the loose puck and finds an open lane. Dumps it down. That'll miss the goal. Goes back in behind the net for Sherman. Sherman from his own end will start this power play out. Go out for the pass. Jackman's going to put pressure on his man. Connor Cole picked up that intended pass, but his attempted dump in hit Anderson and took a Belleville bounce. Going to the net, steered aside by Chismedia back behind the goal. Again, back to the line for Anderson. Anderson through screen. Stopped there by Chismedia. Again, and I'll freeze that one up in the blue crease. Face off to the left. One there by the Toros and dumps down. Cam Ryan trying to beat Sherman to the loose puck short-handed. Has it behind the goal. Sherman's pinning him there, but he's able to escape. Loves control of the puck, and now Daisley trying to get rid of it. Up to the other side, lead pass, nice knockdown by Connor Cole. Good hand eye, puts it into the zone. Trying to get to the loose puck before Daisley on the other side. Picking it from his own end is Sherman. Jumping it down, 20 seconds left to go here in the second period. 5 seconds left on the Toros penalty. Nice play by Cam Ryan, held his man up. Kept in there by Belleville, looking for the last opportunity. And a nice play to dump it down. And that's going to go down for icing. 4.2 seconds left. A chance to drop that puck and maybe get a shot off the draw. Taylor taken out. Sabrizi put in for the face-off. Up to the right. Belleville on the draw. Can they get a shot through? No, the pass over there from McGinnis is out of his reach. And there goes the buzzer down period number 2. The Pros tack onto their lead with 2 goals by Gage Ford and JJ Barda. We go to the third, up 3-0. Shot here, it's top period number 3. Belleville gets the first control. Lead up there for Wato, in a good escape there. Slipped into the corner, back in behind the net. Davidson trying to clear the side. Chapman can't get it out. Rivers have played it behind the net. Wato to the other side for Rivers. Chapman trying to find that loose puck at center. Lead pass for Sabrizi. In over the line. Sabrizi back to his shot. And he tried to find the 5-4. He gets closed up there by Sasko. Face off to the left. Looking to win that draw. Taxi wins it. Goes behind the net. Trying to get that loose puck in behind the goal with Sabrizi. As they tried to get Taxi off his feet. Taking off the board. Trying to find that loose puck. He'll fire it back to the left for Davidson. Looking for a screen to get it through. That goes wide of the net. Taking a tram off the back end boards. Into the right corner, looking to walk it out is Taylor. Taylor left it there for Sean Naylor to put it behind the net. Now Trent Taylor will help out behind the goal, looking to get free. In behind the net. We're getting a penalty coming up. Taylor goes to the box for hooking. So Belleville gets the first power play of the third period. Whitney tips it back to the line for Lane. Shot through screen. Right pad save from Tismedia. Back behind the net. Trying to stick to it in behind the goal. Thrown to the net. Stop by Tismedia. It's a rebound. Tapped in by Sherman. Sherman fires it behind the net. That'll be Traxy behind the goal. Traxy can't throw it enough up for Whitney. Picked up there by Belleville against Whitney. Whitney uses the line for Sherman. He'll keep it in at the line. Pressured on by Barda, so he skates away. Sherman shot, tipped. Tapped in there and stopped by Tismedia on the deflection. Walking out now is Longo. Longo shot. Can't stuff it in. Rebound out of front. It'll go behind the net. Belleville pressure on the power play. Moving it back to the line for Sherman. Sherman to the other side for Lane. Lane trying to shoot it through the screen. Knocked down there by Durant. And he'll lead it out. Knocked down at center by Sherman. He'll get pressured on there by Berta. And they'll start it up. Let out by Lane through center ice. The pass for Longo was way too far. Longo's going to try and beat Nolan Fraser to the loose puck in behind the goal. Bumps him out the puck. Out of front. The shot goes high and wide. Barter trying to find the loose puck in the corner. Daisley and Whitney are trying to dig it free here for Whippy. Or for Belleville, sorry. Shot in on net. Stopped there by Tismedia, and it's loose out in front. Can't bang it in. Up here off to the right of the goal. Coming around the boards there for Ford. It'll be Sabrizi. He'll find the loose puck and dump it right in on net. John trying to beat Lloyd to the loose puck, trying to tie him up. Takes it behind the goal. John doing everything he can behind the net. He's getting pressured on by 2 Belleville players. Getting it up there for Rotello over his stick, and Cale Ryan skips it up. Up there for Sabrizi, trying to get around number 10. He's got Daisley to beat. We'll take it behind the goal. Look to set it up in front. And that will be stuck behind the net. Again, pinned against the boards with Sabrizi. Penalties over to Taylor. Taylor's have killed off another power play for Belleville. John looking to be out in front for a pass. Goes back to the line for Cale Ryan. Slapper to the net. Stopped there by Sasko. Kept in by Ford. Ford for a screen. Kept out in front there by John. It goes wide of the net. Cale Ryan trying to hold it in. And he does. And he did everything he could, but he came out over the line. Stop here from center. Won by Ford. Trying to catch up there now is Connor Cole. Losing it there in the feed areas. Cameron Ryan trying to catch up to it. Coming over there for Kale Ryan. Backhanding it to the net, trying to get it through. Opportunity here for Belleville to try and get it out of their own end. Kept by Ford. Trying to catch up to the other side there for Cameron Ryan. Clark can't get it past Jackson, who clears it aside. McGinnis picked it off over there for Lane. Lane will dump it back in behind the net. There is Ford on the loose puck. Trying to get to it. Clark puts it behind the net there for Wido. Trying to clip it out. Can't clear it out of the zone. And Rivers can shoot it. Jackson with a hard pass over to the other side. It was flipping there for Connor Cole. Clark along with Wido. Wido takes a pass, gets around Neely, gets in, shot, stop by Tismedia, rebound, a left pass there by Tismedia. They're trying to bang it in from the side, and Tismedia is coming up with some big threes. Face off now off to the left of the Toros goal. Taylor kicks out. Here comes Lucas Chapman to take that draw. Versus Taxi, one there by Chapman. Trying to find a lane now, it's going to Neely, gets the Breezy. Will fire it hard down the ice and into the corner. We've reached the 10-minute mark here of the third period. Toros up by 3. 1 goal in the first period by Jackson. 2 in the second by Gage Ford and JJ Berta. But Belleville are putting on a little bit of pressure here in the third period, just trying to break the goose egg and get a little bit of momentum. The Breezy trying to clear that puck. Clears it aside at center. Longo trying to get to the loose puck here at center right. To the other side there for Sherman. Sherman starting to get in from center, in over the blue line. Along with Longo. He'll get pushed behind the net. Sherman finally had to knock off his stick. Here comes the Breezy on a 4-on-2. Now it's a 4-on-1 as Papadopoulos fell down. Trying to take the shot. Took it behind the goal. Breezy trying to dig the puck free from behind the net. Chapman out of front, can't bang it in, and that one will get put in out of front. That'll make it 5-0 and or 4-0, sorry, in favor of the Toros. Hanging away at the loose pocket in front of the net, made its way past Dasco, got a 4-0 lead. Barta takes Anderson under the boards right here in front of us. Anderson can't go to the puck, tripped up Barta, still knocks it down. McGinnis going for the lead pass, trying to keep it in the zone there for Fraser. And Fraser along with Aiden Howard trying to flip it in the zone. Goes back in behind the net, hung around the boards and behind the goal. Kept in there by Howard. Only for a little bit. Howard scoop it up again. Aiden Howard trying to take advantage of a turnover. Takes it behind the net. Sends away from Lloyd. Daisley comes in and takes him down. Trying to stuff it out of front for an opportunity. Fraser had Dawson coming in. Now he does. Shot. That'll get caught by Stasko and frozen up. We are here at the 20 Sports and Wellness Center at the Family Dental Center Arena between the Pee Wee AA Toros and the Pee Wee AA Belleville Bulls. Toros hold a 4-0 lead with goals in each period, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 here in the third period. So the scoring has been spread out in each period, and Alex Tismedia has been strong when he's had to be and come up with some key saves to keep Belleville off the board so far. Prevents the shot, gets stopped wide in the net. Trying to step it out in front. Nice goal out of center net. J.J. Barta with a one-timer right in front. And there's a second of the game to make it 5-0. That's here at center. Forward for Pierre Ryan trying to dump it in. Went over the stick of Jackman. Lloyd trying to dump it in the zone. Trying to catch up to it. It was Connor Cole, lost control of the puck. Belleville go back in their own end. Going for that lead pass to center ice with Wido. Wido for Clark out of his reach. Goes back in behind the net. That'll be Wido throwing it up for Rivers over his stick. Kept in. Not for long. Cameron Ryan picks it up. Trying to take advantage of the turnover. Comes in over the line. Shot stopped there by Stasko. Jackman back to the line. Jackman will get that receive pass. Goes to the net. Tipped wide of the goal. Trying to find that loose puck out of center. Throwing it aside. It'll be Kill Ryan from his own zone. Trying to find that loose puck is Wido with Connor Cole tipping it aside. Cameron Ryan through center ice for the pass for Jackman and over the blue line. Jackman's shot, not going to make it through. Goes behind the net for Cameron Ryan. Passes over the key area. Jackman trying to catch up to the loose puck. Jackman scoops it up again. Getting pinned there by Traxy. So Connor Cole comes over to help. Wido helps out his teammate. Kill Ryan throws it to the net. Stopped it by Stasko with a stick. That's behind the net it goes. Transfer the wraparound is Connor Cole. That gets stopped by Stasko. Still lays there in the crease area. Can't bury it. And Jackson can't corral it either. Forward from his own end. Pressured on by Wido, trying to get it out. Turn over there. Canceling it out front for Longo, trying to bounce it in. Longo back to the line. Whitney trying to throw it out. Knocked down by Berta. Berta gets it up there for Lucas Chapman, who comes in over the line. That's going to be outside. Face off here just inside the blue line. McGinnis. And on the opportunity to clear it in. Picked off by Berta, looking for the hat trick. This one he's going to hand off there for Chapman, or at least try to off to the left. Throwing it out of front. Nobody there to take the pass. Kept in by Cody Neely. Neely looking to throw it in from the side. Stopped by Stasko. Rebound out in front for Lucas Chapman, who pokes it in. But we're going to have no goal out in front of the net. Top here at center. There's Davidson on the loose puck. Will flip it in. Back in behind the net for McGinnis. McGinnis takes it behind the elbow net from his own zone. Pressured on by Whitney. Chapman trying to walk it out. He gets stepped up. That'll be a Belleville penalty. With 5:06 remaining, the Toros go to the power play, looking to add to their lead. Top here, up to the right of the Belleville end. Goes back to the line there for Neely, trying to walk it out with Barta with a shot. And he scores! There's a hat trick for J.J. Barta, firing a pass. Stasko on the power play to make it 6-0. Took 8 seconds for the Toros to cash in on that power play as Barta picks up his third of the game. Penalty still up on the clock. John trying to catch up to the loose puck there on the corner. Coming around the boards there for Fraser, trying to hold it in. Goes back in behind the net. That'll be Jackson trying to throw it in front. He started the scoring in the first period. And the Toros haven't let up since. They scored 2 in the second to take a 3-0 lead, and then they've added 3 more here in the third period. Fraser from his own end, trying to dump it out. Got it up there for Jackson, trying to dump it in. Scoreboard says 5-0, but we know it's 6-0 for now. With the Toros, Dervent trying to dump it out past Daisley. Daisley spins away from the checker, trying to move it back to the line for Sherman. Sherman, tipped at front, stopped by Sigmadia, who read that deflection right in on net and made the save. Takes off to the right of the goal, goes beyond the net for Ford. One of the goal scorers in the game, gets it up there for JJ Powder. Nice game for him with the hat trick. This one he dropped off there for Connor Cole. Still trying to catch up to it. Cleared off the board. Kept in there by Ford again. Ford and Barter digging away at it over here in the corner. Keep the tape over the stick of Wido. Picked up by Barter. Nice play there by Sherman to knock it free. Still Ryan from his own end. Getting it around Rivers. Knocked down there by Belleville in their own end. Late pass for Clark. Clark getting up there with Rivers. Got the puck. Kept in there by Wido. Rivers is trying to help out as well. Gets knocked away at center ice. 3 minutes left to go. Knocked down by Ford in his own end. Sherman will slip it down the ice. Back in behind the net. Ford from his own zone. Dumping it to the other side. Leading it up there for Connor Cole. Trying to find Barter on the other side. Longo pressured him over there at the penalty box area along with Cole. Flipped in. Connor Cole was able to knock that down, but it comes in offside. Face off here at center. Taylor won it for Sabrizi. Cole nearly with a nice play to get it up there for Sabrizi. Trying to chip it in. Couldn't get around the first defender. Knocked down by Whitney, who comes in. Whitney and Chaxi leading it in the zone. Pass. Nice block there by Davidson. Make sure that he didn't make it to the net. Chapman trying to dump it out. Getting around the checker. Got Whitney to beat. Puts it in on the forehand. Drops it off shot. High and wide over the goal. Coming around the boards there for Davidson again. Davidson is shot. That's going to go in wide of the net. Under 2 minutes left to go now. Belleville pressuring it up there for Whitney. Trying to catch up to the loose puck. Chapman comes in with Taylor and Sabrizi. In over the line is Chapman. Lucas Chapman drops it up for Taylor. Thrown to the net. Steered aside by Scottsdale. From behind the net, they try and bang it out in front. Toros can't convert on that loose puck out in front of the goal. 1:34 remaining with a 6-0 lead. Shot off to the left. Quick shot from Davidson. Right in on that. Rebound! And they score! Benjamin Sabrizi cast in on a rebound out of front. And that'll be a 7th spot, a touchdown for the Toros here in Belleville. Aiden Howard wins that draw. Dervent going for that lead pass for John. In over the line. Trying to get it around lane with a centering pass. That goes over the stick. Trying to catch up to the loose puck. 1:15 left to go here in the third period. Dervent trying to hold it there. Dervent pressured on there by Rotella. Daisley chipped at Dervent. Takes it behind the net. Last minute of play of the third period. Sherman can't keep it in. That'll go down the ice and into the corner. Jackman's going to try and beat Sherman to the loose puck. Jackman gets taken off the feet. John picks it up. Can't stand it up in front as it gets broken up. John trying to move it back to the line. So right now, if you count the win over Peterborough last night, the Toros have outscored their opponents 11-0 in the last 2 games. As we get an interference call. If you're the Belleville Boys, you're going to want to put this one behind you. You're going to have a same rematch versus these same Toros on Wednesday at Rickard Arena. And if you're the Toros, you're going to go into Wednesday with a little bit of momentum after this 7-0 win right now at the Quinte West Sports Entertainment Center, trying to bang that puck out of front. Toros are walking away. It goes behind the net. 5 seconds left. Trying to clear it out. Kale Ryan keeps it in. Shot. Left pass safe from Stasko. That'll be the final save of the game as the Pee Wee AA Toros keep their streak alive here as they come up with a 7-0 win, a shutout and goal for Chismedia. Back-to-back shutouts. First two was Foreman yesterday versus Peterborough, and then Chismedia backs it up with a shutout here. Toros have outscored their opponents as mentioned, 11-0 in their last 2 games. They'll pick that into Wednesday, and then a busy weekend with the Oshawa tournament. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman.